All right, we are asked to prove this. We are asked to prove that this recurrence formula of Bessel, that for j prime prime n of x is equal to jn minus 2 of x minus 2jn of x plus jn plus 2 of x. Now to do this, we know the first recurrence formula that say that jx j prime of n is equal to nj of n minus x j n plus 1. The preceding one will always come with minus. And then another one says that x j prime of n is equal to what? This one will now be negative, negative nj of n, then plus x j n minus 1. If you look at this and this, you see that this one is precedes this one. So this one is it preceding or succeeding? So the succeeding one is going to be negative. The preceding one must be positive. This precedes this, right? So this will be positive. So this precedes this, so this will be positive. Now, let us decide let's call this equation 1 and equation 2. So let us add 1 and 2. If we add 1 and 2, we're going to have that this plus this will give us 2x j prime of n is equal to this, and this is gone. So I'm left with x j n minus 1, then minus x j n plus 1. Okay, so divide both sides by x. If I divide both sides by x, I'm going to have 2j prime n is equal to j n minus 1 minus j n plus 1. So let me call this equation 3. Now subtract 1 and 2 to see what is going to give you. That's another formula. That's another important formula. If you subtract 1 and 2, you are going to get important formula, but that is not what I want to show you here. So from here, we can do our magic. So we have double prime. So let us differentiate this again. If I differentiate this, I'm going to have 2j double prime n is equal to what? Jn minus 1 prime minus jn plus 1 prime again. Okay, so let me call this equation 4. So now, in equation 3, let us put n to be equal to n minus 1 and n to be equal to n plus 1 in equation 3. So if we do that, we're going to have that 2j prime n minus 1 will now be equal to what? J. So what are we going to have? If I put n minus 1 here, n minus 1 minus 1 will give you n minus 2. So I'm having n minus 2, then minus j n. Okay, that is when I'm putting n to be equal to n minus 1. So if I'm putting n to be, let me call this equation 5. So if I put n to be equal to n plus 1 in the same equation 3, I'm going to have that 2j prime n plus 1, right? N plus 1 here is equal to n plus 1 minus 1 is n here. If you put this to be n plus 1, then minus 1, it will not be n. So minus n plus 1 will give you n plus 2. Okay? So now, let us now put it here. We have this and then we have this. We have this and then we have this. So let us put it here and see what we are going to have. So substitute. Let me call this equation 6. So tell them substitute equation 5 and 6 in equation 4. So if you substitute, we are going to have 2j prime prime n is equal to j prime n minus 1. Look at it here. J prime n minus 1. So it will now be half of this, okay, because there's no 2 there. So if I bring out the 2, it will now be half of this. So it's going to be 1 over 2 j n minus 2 minus 1 over 2 again, or rather, okay, 1 over 2 again, jn, okay? Then minus jn plus 1, here, which is the same again, 1 over 2 jn minus 1 over 2 jn plus 2. Okay, so multiply everybody by 2 again to have 4j prime prime n will now be, this one is gone, so I'm having jn minus 2 Look at jn minus 2 minus jn minus jn again. Then how did I get minus here? I think let's check very well if there is a problem, because in their own they're having plus. So why am I now getting minus? Minus j n plus 2. Okay, so this and this is giving me 2. So this is 4 j prime prime n will now be equal to j n minus 2, then minus 2 j n minus j n plus 2. So let us see if there is a mistake somewhere, because I don't know why their own has minus, why mine has plus. Okay, sorry. The half here, the minus here is for these people, is for everybody like this. So that is what we make here plus. I forgot that the minus here, the minus is for everybody here. So the minus should be for everybody. So mine should be plus. So it is proved. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share to your friends, and then if you have any question, drop on the comment section. Bye-bye.